When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who chose to
must yield.
If he's led to a fight.
I don't know the rest.
All right.
Sorry.
We're doing Captain America.
Yo ho ho.
And a bottle of rum.
Avast. It's Captain America.
Avast ye mateys.
Avast ye Captain America. Welcome to Is It Canon, where we ask the question, is it canon? Is it?
Who the fuck cares?
Like the cannons on the
The
Navy
ship!
battleships.
Where Captain America was stationed during
he's a Navy man.
during the Second World War.
How is this our most hectic intro so far?
They're
Joe,
all
did you
like
know
this.
that Captain America was a Navy man?
I think so. I saw the movie.
Joe's already losing.
All right, round one. Let's do this.
Round one. Fight.
Jeremy, please regale us with a Navy story.
Round one.
So
Who am I fighting first?
me.
Jeremy.
It's always
Jeremy.
me. I'm like Glass Joe in Punch Out.
It's
I'm
always
skinny and weak. So Joe, I have for you today a tale of Captain America.
you. Joy.
This is from Captain America number 175 from the year 1974.
No.
What's wrong with the 70s?
No. 75. It's issue 75 in the year 74.
Okay.
That's red flags already.
All right.
Okay. So this is by Steve Englehart with art by Sal Buscema and George Rousseau's.
Rousseau's?
Yeah, Rousseau's. It's
Plural.
French. It's multiple George Rousseau. So to
All right.
a
Get
little,
into it. Get into it.
A little setup for this. The last few issues, Cap has been facing off with this group called the Secret Empire, which is an offshoot of Hydra. So they're another neo-Nazi group.
Hydra's been around since the 70s.
Hydra's been around since
the
the
60s.
Since the
yeah.
fucking- since
Hydra
the
is the sequel
60s.
to Nazis, Joe.
Oh, okay.
And this is the sequel to the Nazi
So,
sequel.
okay.
This
so
is the
it's
Return of the
sequel.
Jedi to the
All
Nazis.
Nazis.
So Cap has
Great.
been facing off against the Secret Empire, which is an offshoot of Hydra, whose goal is to take over America from the inside. They're like infiltrating the government. And Cap has learned that
They are the president.
you're getting ahead of yourself. A quote unquote high ranking official
The
in the
president.
federal government is the leader, and Cap means to
The-
uncover it.
The majority whip.
The majority whip.
The Speaker of the House.
The Secretary of Agriculture.
Oh.
Ooh. And so Cap is like getting really close to the truth of who the leader of the Secret Empire is, and so the government has been smearing him in the press. They're making him look like a buffoon, like a doof. They're setting up like criminal activity, and they're like making him look really bad, and then they're sending in their own superhero, this guy named Moonstone. And Moonstone comes in and saves the day, and Cap is like, fuck Moonstone, fuck you. And so
Who is
Jeremy,
that?
yeah, I'm going to pause you for a second.
Yeah.
Can you describe Moonstone?
okay,
please?
so Moonstone is a man, and he wears a yellow short-sleeved jumpsuit, and he has silver gloves and boots, and a silver belt, and a silver circle in like a starburst on his chest, and he wears the Rocketeer?
What,
Yeah.
what flavor Starburst?
God damn it. Clear.
Ah.
Moon.
Moon flavor.
Clear, just like the moon.
Yeah, you can see right through it, just like the
Exactly,
moon.
like the moon.
Oh,
And he wears
God.
like a Rocketeer style helmet, but with the mouth. It's a cowl, but it's got the fin on the top and big eyes.
Every character that's not like a major
Yeah,
character has just like a Rocketeer look. I've noticed. Like
Yeah,
it's
they love to put a fin on someone's head.
yeah.
Yeah, Captain Marvel wore that fin for a long time.
Yeah, he sure did wear that fin. And so Moonstone is out here embarrassing Captain America in public. He's making him look like a real tomfool.
Like he is.
He's like pulling his pants down in front of the cameras. He's spanking him. He's giving him a wet willy.
Wow.
He's spanking his ass in front of the camera.
Yeah.
With the shield?
No, he's using his moonbeam.
Oh, his moonbeam.
Yeah. That's his power. He flies and he's got the moon. He has a moonstone that lets him fly and shoot moonbeams. That's Moonstone's whole deal. And so Steve is tired of all of this, and he decides to sneak into the Secret Empire's underground lair with the help of the X-Men. This is Cyclops
are in
and
this.
Jean Grey and Angel, I think.
Wait, when did they start crossing comics?
Immediately.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
much
like-
immediately.
This is too
I think
much,
so.
The
man.
Fantastic Four shows up in Spider-Man 2?
Wasn't it number one?
Oh,
they
no,
showed
it
up?
is number
Yeah.
one. Yeah, his second
my
appearance.
God.
Spider-Man's second appearance is him going to the Fantastic Four and saying, hey, can I work for you guys? And
And-
they go, sure, but we don't pay. And he went, fuck you.
Well, also the chameleon was pretending to be Spider-Man and causing crimes, and they were
Yeah,
like,
it's-
"It's time to go beat up a teenager."
Yeah,
Yep.
and if you also
So they
remember,
started doing it like immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
immediately.
The
Like the
Hulk had a
Avengers.
cameo
Wait,
in
like the
Fantastic
Avengers
Four
was a thing
4.
like immediately.
The Avengers, I think the Avengers came out in like 1962 or
Okay.
63, and so it was
So
like
then-
a year after everybody came out.
Yeah.
Then they're like,
So, wait,
now we're
what's
teaming
the
up.
what's the name of the director of the Avengers movies? Those guys.
The Russo brothers?
Yeah. So they fucking lied when they were like, "Oh, we got the idea for the Avengers when the Ninja Turtles went into Power Rangers."
What are you even talking
I
about?
have no idea what you just said to me.
Was that from an interview? I don't
I
know
think
what you're
so.
talking about.
I think you
I don't
made
think
that
I
up.
just made that up.
No, I think you did.
I don't think I got that from somewhere.
Sure, maybe.
That's great, Joe. I'm really proud of you. I don't know what to do with that information.
I'm making an
Back to
ass out of
Moonbeam.
myself now already.
Back to Moonbeam.
Yeah, back to Moonstone.
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 He got his fucking name wrong
don't
already,
give a shit.
Jesse.
Yeah.
He's clear Starburst. Who cares?
He got his name
Moon-
wrong.
The best
Jeremy
flavor
made him
Starburst.
up. He made this whole story up.
Whoa.
Moon Unit.
Whoa,
that guess for
buddy,
the end.
come on, pal.
Moon Unit
It's just
Zappa.
Glass Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, really. And so he sneaks in with the X-Men, and they all get shot with a laser gun right away.
Sweet.
Damn.
Are they
Uh,
dead?
No.
Fuck.
Captain America wakes up a little while later and learns that the guy who shot him is actually an undercover SHIELD agent who he set his laser to stun and stunned him instead of killing him. And he tells
Set your lasers to stun,
Is this Star
gentlemen.
Trek?
Yeah. And so he tells Cap that the Secret Empire is going to storm the White House and take over the country. They're like doing a false flag and taking over the White House. So we then cut to the Secret Empire explaining how they're going to do that exactly. And so their plan is what they've done is they've built a flying saucer that uses mutant brainwaves as fuel. And so they've kidnapped the X-Men as well as the Blob and I think Unis the Untouchable. And they've got them...
Unis.
Unis the
The
Untouchable.
Untouchable.
He's a guy that has a force field. And so they plug them into a big battery. Like, their heads go into this battery, and they're flying the saucer using their brain waves, because apparently mutant brain waves are stronger or something.
Sure.
And they're going to land the flying saucer on the White House lawn and say they're in charge. That's their plan. They're
We
gonna
are
land.
in charge.
They go, we're here, and we're gonna
We are in charge.
We're the government now. Get fucked. So they do that.
Okay.
They land on the White House
They
lawn.
do it. They say that.
Yeah, and Moonstone shows up because he's like, you know, a superhero.
Is Moonstone for that, or is he?
He's for it, but like secret. It's like
Oh,
to the
he's
public,
sec- oh,
he's
he's
like a
secretly
super
for it.
guy. He's superhero, but
He's a piece
he's
of
actually
shit.
super villain. Yeah, he's a
Moonstone
piece of shit.
is the villain.
Yeah, Moonstone is a villain. Moon Unit Zappa is a villain. And Moonstone shows up, and because he's one of their agents, he throws the fight against them, and he lets himself get captured. And when he's in the ship, he's like high-fiving everybody in there. He's like, "Great job, fellas! We really did it. We really got those rubes out there. Those fucking marks. Look at them, those slack-jawed Americans." And he's like, "What a good job we all did." And then he's like, "Watch this, fellas." And he goes back outside, and he's like, "America has already lost, so we better just give up." And the leader of the
Okay.
secret empire, his name is
Good.
Number One.
Wow.
And he comes out of the flying saucer, and he's
like
like,
from the codename Kids Next Door.
yeah, same name, but instead these guys are dressed like the KKK, but purple.
Oh no.
They're the purple KKK.
Oh God.
Who?
The secret empire. That's who they are.
Nazis 2.
Yeah,
No,
Nazis 3.
I'm sorry, Nazis 3.
Nazis 3. And so, number
Electric
one, they're...
Beagly.
No, Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you say number 3, Electric Boogaloo?
It's Electric Beagly.
Oh, Electric Beagly, excuse me. And he comes out, he's like, yeah, if you guys don't surrender in 30 minutes, I'm going to blow up every major city in America.
Do it. Do it. You won't.
All of them?
All of them. New York, Providence, Rhode Island,
Providence, Rhode Island?
Los Angeles, Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder, not Boulder.
Really? Is Boulder the major city? Or is Denver the major city? I feel like Denver is the major city.
Baton Rouge,
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Modesto.
I feel like Baton Rouge is also the wrong answer.
The city that Kurt Cobain is from.
Isn't he from Seattle?
No.
No, he's from a city outside of Seattle.
No, so that's wrong. Wouldn't it be Seattle?
Fort Wayne,
I said that already.
Poughkeepsie.
Which Portland? Is it Portland,
Both.
Oregon? Oh, both. No, like,
Portland.
it's gotta
He's
be
from
Bangor.
he's from one of the Springfields.
Bend, Oregon.
South Bend, Indiana. Des Moines.
Des Moines might be right. I can't think of another city in Iowa.
Reno.
Nope, that one's probably wrong.
All
All right, it's gone on long enough.
And so he
Bozeman, Montana.
Bozeman, Montana. So then Captain America pops out on the inside the.
He's popping.
He's popping.
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. He's surprised. He's been stowed away on this flying saucer the whole time, and him and his friends, they beat up all the Secret Empire guys, and he's doing this while Number One is outside gloating. Cap tackles Number One. He jumps out of the saucer. He knocks him to the ground. And he kicks the shit out of Moonstone on live TV. And he's like, tell everybody that you're actually an agent of the Secret Empire. Tell them that you're a rat, Moonstone. And he's like giving him a noogie. And he's
God.
like, I'm sorry. I'm actually a racist. I'm a Nazi. I'm sorry. And so he's like, yeah, I fucking told you. He spits in his mouth.
Wow.
And Moonstone is not into that.
Oh.
Noogies are like a 70s thing.
Yeah. He gives him. If there was a toilet there, he would have given him a swirly.
Missed opportunity. Should have been a toilet right there.
Yeah.
There should. You know what?
Right on the front lawn.
on the front lawn of the White House.
Yeah.
And so then he chases number one into the Oval Office.
Chases him.
And he pulls his hood off
His
to
hood.
reveal nothing. We do not see his face, but it's very strongly implied that it's President Richard
sorry.
Nixon.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I just did it again when you said pulled his hood off, and I go, his hood. why do I do that?
Why do you do that? I already said they're like the KKK but purple. They wear hoods.
Joe, you're dumb.
I know.
So it's very strongly suggested that the leader of this neo-Nazi organization is, at the time, President Richard Nixon. And Cap
That's
is
true,
like,
right?
yeah, and Cap is like, you're going to jail. And then Richard Nixon says, I would rather die than be put in prison. And then he shoots himself in the head. What? Richard Nixon in the Marvel Universe, instead of resigning in disgrace, commits suicide in the Oval Office
This
to
needs to be
avoid.
brought up
This is
in canon more.
Yeah, is that still canon
I
to the
believe
series?
so.
How do
Yeah.
they imply
Are we gonna
that
see
it's
that?
Nixon?
in.
He's in the Oval
Are we gonna
Office,
see
that
and
in
he's
the
like,
movie?
he's like, I know you're a high-ranking official in the government, but I didn't know you were this high in the government.
It was one of the Koch brothers.
I don't know who
Damn.
that is.
I just want Valerie Cooper to offhandedly mention that Nixon committed suicide in the Oval Office.
She should. Valerie Cooper should do that.
I don't know who that is either.
And so Cap goes outside, and all the
Cap.
news reporters are like, they want to talk to him. Like, what did you see in there? What happened? We heard a gunshot, and just you came out. Did you kill him? And he's ignoring all of them, and he walks off into the sunset, very depressed. And then the end of the issue, there's a little teaser for the next issue saying, Captain America, no more?
Oh.
And then this is when we get the Nomad storyline where Captain America relinquishes his title and his shield for like 5 issues, and he starts wearing a black and yellow costume with an impossibly deep V neckline and a yellow cape that he trips on immediately, and then he goes, fuck capes. I fucking hate this cape. Whoever talked me into wearing this cape is a moron. And then the
Who
government
did talk him into wearing a cape?
I don't know. And then the government is like, all right, well, we own the shield and the Captain America trademark, so we're just gonna give it to like some schmo.
Schmo.
And then that guy I think dies.
Oh.
Yikes.
And there we go. And then Captain America becomes Captain America again.
How did
Wow.
Captain America not get like arrested for possibly killing the president?
He left.
Yeah, no, he just
He just leaves.
He walked away.
He walked away.
What are you gonna do? What are they gonna do? Stop him?
No one knows
Yeah.
that.
No one knows that he.
If you're
that-
being arrested, just walk away.
Yeah, it's.
what are you
remember-
gonna do, arrest me?
Guess not.
What are you gonna do? Stab me, man who was stabbed?
Yeah. You're gonna arrest me? I'm just gonna no. I'm gonna leave. You're gonna arrest me for not being arrested? That doesn't work.
Guess not.
Is it against the law to not be arrested?
Checkmate, atheist.
Wow.
There you go, Joe. What a lovely story that was.
That was great.
It's much better than what happened in real life with Richard Nixon. He's dead. He's already dead. He died the year we were born, which means that we absorbed his life force, probably.
I hate that.
That's why you're so evil.
You used to bring that up every episode too.
Not every episode. This is only the second time I brought up that we were born.
I
the
feel
same
like
year
it's
Richard
more.
Nixon
I feel like this.
I feel like it's
third.
more.
and Kurt Cobain, and the year after Toy Story came out.
Why is that your 3
When
facts?
the bit goes off kilter.
So, Joe, you have any questions?
No, I don't.
I have a question.
I really
it's really
don't.
more of a comment.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that Grant Morrison read this story and came up with and took that idea of the whole mutant flying saucer for Phantom X?
You know what bothers me? Go on.
No, tell us. Tell us.
wait,
Joe,
what
tell us.
No, go on.
No, now I'm curious.
I'm curious.
I hear you say these names so often. I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Oh, Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison is a writer. Grant Morrison is a big wig,
Big time writer.
Yeah.
they
Rob Herman?
Yeah,
Grant
vaguely.
Morrison.
remember the Skrull Kill Crew?
No.
Grant Morrison.
Okay.
Remember the Batman of Zurin R?
yeah.
Grant
Grant
Morrison.
Morrison.
No, wait, that was a fake story, wasn't
No,
it?
that
Oh,
was
a
real.
real one. You don't even know.
Anyway, do you think
We
that's
could just
where
do
they got the
Batman
idea?
again and tell the same exact
Stories
story.
and Joe would get it wrong
You
this time.
really
You got it right, Joe. The first time around,
Right,
you got it right.
That's good.
That's it's like we're describing the life of a dementia patient. Like, you were in the war, Grandpa. Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
We're doing True Detective season 3,
J-
and Joe is Mahershala Ali.
Jesse knows how bad my memory is.
It's fun.
Do I think that?
But it's
Grant,
great. It's great for some things, but for other things, it's the worst.
No, I
Yeah,
get
I
that.
feel that.
I
You
get,
know.
yeah.
Listen, we all
It's
know
like-
that Grant loves Silver Age crap. So I can imagine that Grant read this story.
Yeah,
And
I
it somehow influenced them with Phantom X's UFO ship nonsense.
I wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised if asked, Grant would say, "Oh, well, if you remember in Captain America number 175, the Secret Empire uses a mutant brain-powered flying saucer, and that inspired me with the creation of Phantom X." I would not be surprised in the slightest if that was the reality. But I could also believe that Grant says, if asked, "Oh, well, I was observing the world from a fifth-dimensional perspective, and the idea of the world came to me, and Phantom X spoke to me from the world, and I created him."
And he demanded he have a UFO.
Yeah. Those are both equally plausible in my mind.
Yep.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
There's people watching this that know exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Me.
Yeah. Jesse understands exactly what I'm saying. Here's a little fun fact about Grant Morrison. Let's do a little sidebar on Grant. Grant is a chaos magician, Joe. Grant is a practitioner of chaos magic. Grant partakes
Like in real life.
in real
Yeah.
life.
In real life, he's
Grant
like,
is a real person.
he's like a magician.
Yeah, they do chaos magic.
Oh, he's like a Wiccan. Or
Kinda.
or some.
They.
Yeah,
I want to get
yeah.
everyone used to using they.
Oh, okay, but not like a Wiccan. But
No,
like-
not like they don't do like pagan stuff like that. It's more like new age type of like neo-pagan
Gotcha.
type of like Grant believes that like their writing influences the fabric of reality. And so when Grant writes things, they happen in real life. And Grant also took a lot of mushrooms in the 90s and climbed to the top of a temple in Kathmandu without breathing at all. And then now sees the world from to quote them directly, a fifth dimensional perspective where they see the beginning and the end of time at all
Wow.
times.
Wow.
Time
That's
is a
fun.
flat circle to Grant.
Wow.
So anytime
They're basically Dr. Manhattan.
yeah, so anytime like a really weird thing gets brought up and we mention Grant Morrison, it's because of that. It's because not to like diminish what Grant believes about himself.
Oh, I'll diminish it.
Grant has like hallucinogenic induced psychosis.
Wow.
Just a little wackadoo.
Yeah.
So that's why these comics are like that.
No,
Yeah,
I love
not
Grant.
all of them, but yeah, this is a lot of. I mean, if you learn anything about like the writers in the '70s, a lot of them were taking psychedelics. In the '80s, a lot of them were.
You know what?
Well,
That
I
makes-
mean,
That's
in
why-
general, there are
You
a
know
lot of
what?
them are taking psychedelics.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I don't get why they hate Alan Moore so much. They're essentially the same exact person, just like with less hair.
That's it. Well, they're two different like practitioners. I think
They're both like two Twitter anarchists who are fighting over who's the better anarchist.
Yeah, exactly. They believe almost the same exact thing, Grant and Alan, but like from different perspectives. And Grant is like, isn't the world wonderful? I can influence the fabric of reality through chaos magic. And Alan says, isn't the world awful? I can influence the fabric of reality through chaos magic.
This is why I like Alan Moore.
Yeah, this is one of them is depressed and the other one is depressed but
After
pushes through it.
It's me and Jesse.
After Jesse gave me that Watchmen book, I looked him up and I watched like a video with him speaking about something, and I'm like, wow, he like actually made sense when he said something.
Yeah. So there you go, Joe. You have any questions pertaining to the story or?
No.
Do you remember the story?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. I know Moonstone.
Moonstone was there.
I know Moonstone, and Richard Nixon shoots himself in the head.
He sure does.
All right, round 2.
Round 2. Fight.
All right.
All right.
Well, hang on. I'm sorry. Let me pull up my stuff here because I didn't expect to go right away.
Don't cut any of this out.
Yes, cut this out.
Don't.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
You've been outvoted.
Zoom in on me staring at Jeremy.
Now zoom in on me staring back at Jesse.
Zoom in on Jake's hand as he fumbles with his phone.
All right. I'm so fucking tired of all of you. My story is called Captain America.
Wow.
Don't. You gotta wait for the subtitle, Joe.
Subtitles? Joe doesn't understand subtitles.
Yeah,
Captain
subtitle.
America, Don't Tread on Me, released in August of 1988.
Jesus, you would pick this one.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I'm a libertarian.
Now you are.
You said it
All right.
on camera.
Yeah, now cut it like, remember in The Fairly Odd Parents when Vicky cuts the tape so that it sounds like Timmy saying, I stole from my mom's purse?
Yeah.
Make it Jake, but saying, I'm a libertarian
Go
now.
back
I'm a libertarian.
to the famous screen cap of Bigot Jake, and now add to it also a libertarian.
Yeah.
With like the Gatson flag behind. It's like
Yeah.
rock bottom from
I'm
the
gonna
Simpsons.
buy you that sticker that says nobody's treading on you, sweetie.
Yeah, Jake has a shirt that says, don't tread on me, I'll come.
Can I go on, Jake? Let's hear your libertarian fanfic.
Yeah, go on, Jake.
All right.
You're wasting our time.
Exterior, Washington, D.C.
Again.
It's almost as if Captain America is a politically charged character.
Almost.
Almost.
But not.
Not quite.
Riots have broken out in the streets. Why? Because the citizens are being transformed into mad snake people.
Don't try to.
By who?
Why even riot about that?
By who?
Whom?
Dr. Manhattan.
Cobra,
Why did I
Copperhead,
just say that?
and Boomslayer.
Oh, the Serpent Society that I explained in that previous episode.
You fucking nerd.
Serpent Society.
So
Joe's ready to die already. Look at him.
they're flying around the serpent saucer, turn people into snakes. You know.
Serpent saucer?
Yes, that's what it's called.
I hate that.
The Serpent Society
SS.
rule.
Wait a minute.
They're a bunch of snake people.
Yeah, they're a union of supervillains.
Okay.
All right. So they're doing all this stuff, and Captain America shows up with like Diamondback, and they're like, "What the fuck is happening? Shit's going down." All right. So Cobra manages to get away. He tells
Cobra who?
Cobra, one of the
just
Serpent
Cobra.
Society members.
Okay.
All right. He's like, "Hey, I'm actually a double agent. I'm working with you guys." And Diamondback's like, "I have no reason to
Diamondback's like,
distrust you."
But you're not. So
No,
why are we even
Diamondback,
saying
she
that?
believes him.
Okay.
So she's like, yeah.
Like a fool.
So
I mean, it makes sense. Diamondback was a member of the Serpent Society, but then she gets really horny for Cap, and so she becomes a good guy.
yeah. So
Joe is so disappointed in
Joe's
her.
upset with this entire story already.
So so Cobra then tries to use this opportunity. Viper's on board, being watched by D-Man and Nomad.
What's all their names? We have Cobra, Viper.
So we have Viper, D-Man, Nomad,
D-Man?
Falcon, and Battlestar.
Wait, D-Man?
Oh, explain who D-Man is. to
No.
Wait,
No.
wait. Is it D-Min or D-Man?
D.
D-Man.
The letter D hyphen man. It's
That's
short
what I
for-
thought.
short for
Demolition
Demolition
Man.
That's what
Man.
I thought.
He's like a former wrestler.
Yeah, he's a former wrestler. He wears Wolverine's mask and Daredevil's yellow and red costume, and he has schizophrenia, and he's the hero of the homeless.
What?
Like Spawn?
What
Yeah.
did you just say?
He lives in an underground tunnel system with a bunch of homeless people, not the Morlocks.
Regular homeless.
Not mutant homeless people.
Regular homeless.
Regular
people.
homeless people.
Okay.
All right.
There's like tiers of homeless people.
Okay.
So
The further underground you get, the more powers you have, usually. All the way at the bottom is the Mole Man and the monsters.
so
No,
Co-
all the way at the bottom was the High Evolutionary.
You have a good point.
so
Moving
Cobra
on.
so Cobra's like, I'm gonna kill Viper because she's being held captive.
Cobra's gonna
Shoots.
kill Viper.
The heroes are like, none of that, and the acid bullet shoots not Viper but her
Her what? Jake?
her restraints,
Okay.
Oh.
Freeing her.
freeing her. So Nomad and D-Man are like, get out of here, Cobra. Go on. I'm tired of you.
Shoo.
Like, so Cobra
Dumb
escapes.
snake.
Yeah, can't you see that no one wants you anymore, you dumb, stupid animal?
So Cobra gets away. And D-Man and Nomad are like three stooges in each other up. They're like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Say that
Three-
against Three Stooges.
The-
There's
that-
three Stooges in each other up.
Yeah, they're trying to get through the same doorway to catch him, but they're like,
Stooges in.
whoop, 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 move a chow ahead, and they're like banging into each other. So that's the verb. It's you're three. I'm three stooging over here.
I'm with him.
I don't understand how this is like. Do you understand what I was
Continue.
saying?
Understand
There you
what
go.
the fuck you're saying.
Exactly. So then shut up. So Viper's like, oh, while they're being doofuses, I'm gonna bite them with my venom bite and kill them. And so she does. She bites them.
And they die, right?
No. Well, she escapes.
Not a very effective venom bite.
Why the
So-
fuck does no one ever die?
No one, because then we
For
can't
good.
sell comics. They're dying. Right? Like
Constantly.
they might die.
Like me.
No, you're gonna actually die.
So Cap and Diamondback are they're like, all right, we've taken care of Copperhead and Boomslang. Let's head back to the Serpent Saucer
Copperhead
and see how they're
boom
doing.
slang.
See how they're doing with the other captives.
Jake, I want to just pause you for a second. Joe, name all the characters in the story right now.
Copperhead, Boomslang, D-Man, Cobra, Viper, Diamondback,
Wow.
And
President.
President
President.
Zelensky.
and
Captain America.
Captain America's in this comic. He's gonna show up right now.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, you're gonna make me lose my place. So Cap and Diamondback are like,
Captain Diamond Head. Is that what you
Captain Cobra.
they're like, let's go check on the hostages. They go back to the saucer and they're like, oh no, our friends are dying. How could this have happened?
We're gonna have to suck the venom out of their little peenies.
It's exactly what they say.
Stop.
You're fired.
Why do you have to say that?
So D-Man's dying. Nomad's gone. They give D-Man the antitoxin. And Captain
Good,
America's like,
Good, we're all saved.
if you want to prove yourself to me, Diamondback, stay here and watch D-Man while I go look for the others. And Diamondback's like,
Prove him. Yeah, he's like, prove myself. Who the fuck is this?
well, she was a villain
Oh, she,
previously,
sorry.
so. And she's like, oh man, I really, I'll do it, but like, I'd rather be like smooching with Captain America right now. So I'm sad that I got to be here and not with him.
Same.
So, I mean, who
Okay.
wouldn't want to smooch Steve Rogers? That's all.
I don't
was
want to
saying.
smooch him.
Steve Rogers.
Who would
I
you
don't
rather
wanna.
smooch?
Doctor Strange.
I knew he was gonna say it too. I don't know why that was at
Jesse
the
wants
top.
to feel their mustaches brush up against each other.
I sure do.
I don't like this. So things are going bad.
They are.
Yeah, there's a
Cap-
bunch of snake people walking around.
So
It's
Cap-
always bad.
Cap-
And a D-man.
And a big old D-man. So Cap runs out. Nomad's just punching snake people left and right. He's just
All right.
beating their asses.
All
Nice.
How violent.
He just when Cobra shoots him.
How violent. This is too violent for me. Dude.
Joe, this
Time-
is a punch 'em book.
What?
This is a punch 'em book.
It's a punch 'em book?
Yeah, it's a book where people punch 'em.
It's a punch 'em up.
It's a
Okay.
punch 'em up.
All right, it's a punch 'em up.
So
Understood.
So Diamondback's about to be like, I know I said I would stay here, but I'm gonna not do that, and I'm gonna go find Captain America. But then
Betrayal.
Then
Battlestar
Battlestar.
And the-
Galactica?
Yeah.
and the government's version of Captain America show up.
Oh, fuck. John Walker?
When you said Battlestar, I did think about that, but the first image that came to mind was those plastic box sets that they used to have at like Suncoast. Remember all the Battlestar Galactica? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
was
in like
like
the
those-
Cylon head.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have that.
Okay.
I love Battlestar Galactica.
All right.
Yes, this is about Battlestar Galactica.
Can
No.
it be about We're changing the show. We're gonna talk about Battlestar Galactica now.
This is now Battlestar
Yeah,
Galactica.
I know just as much
podcast.
about that as I do about this.
Joe, buckle up. I'm gonna explain all of Battlestar Galactica.
Which one of
right
us is
now.
a Cylon?
Me?
Anyways,
Wait a minute.
so good job. So this captain and Battlestar are like, oh, there's serpent people out there. You're in the serpent saucer. You must be serpent people. You're under arrest.
Mhm.
So they fight
Check
and they lose and they arrest them.
Fight
so
me, lose.
so Steve Rogers is like, I better go to the White House because that's definitely where Viper is gonna go.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
makes sense.
He's like, she's gonna want to do the most damage she can, and he gets there. Dead Secret Service agents,
Dead.
just all over the
Dead.
place. She just mowed them down.
Dead.
With her bite?
I believe I
She
couldn't.
used a
I
gun
think
or
she
a
used the.
spider?
I believe she used a gun. They're
Oh,
just
okay.
dead. So like
I was just curious.
Was
so
it a poison gun?
A snake gun.
it's just, I don't know what weapon she used.
shoots
It
live
happened.
snakes.
It happened off camera. So.
Okay.
Off
He just
camera.
got there and they're dead already. And he's just like,
camera.
oh no, she beat me here. So they go in there,
Mm.
and inside is President Ronald Reagan,
Oh, my
who is now a snake man.
He was always a snake.
Yeah, I was just going to
Yeah, I
say,
was gonna
nothing is
say,
different.
Yeah, when was he not?
He just showing his true form.
Ronald Reagan looked like a snake that was always on the verge of like shedding to become a new, younger snake.
Ew.
Am I wrong though?
You are not.
No.
But I hate that I have to think about that now.
Could you imagine he just like is a smaller, like wet Reagan is like crawling out of the open mouth of the wrinkly, dry Reagan?
I could imagine that.
I don't want to
I
imagine.
really
it.
could.
He's just
I don't have to imagine it because I've seen it myself.
all the jelly beans he ate were actually just pills to hide his true form. you
I was
know?
going to say all the jelly
Uh-oh.
beans were snake eggs.
So-
There was like an illusion put on them, an illusion to make the snake eggs look like jelly beans.
Gross.
Continue.
So Cap is like, oh no, I have to fight the president. Again. Why does this keep happening to me?
Does he fight Jimmy Carter?
Well, We'll get around to this. Don't worry. We'll talk about every president he's ever fought. So Cap is fighting both Viper and Reagan at this point. She comes out, and then the Cap's like trying to reason with Reagan. He's like, "Come on, like, remember Iran-Contra? That was you."
That was you.
That was you.
Come on, Ronnie.
Come on. Back to the future.
Remember when you watched The Predator and you said, I want to do that? And so you started giving guns to the Nicaraguan Contras?
You remember
times, right?
Do you remember when you thought Star Wars was real, Ronnie?
You remember you watched Rambo and you said, can't we just start a war?
And so, being reminded of all of his numerous scandals, Reagan's like sweating, and he's like, and Cap's like, "Aha,
Snakes can't sweat.
snakes can't sweat." He's like, "That's a sign that his body is rejecting the mutagen." So
Sure.
during all this, Secret Service shows up.
I thought they were dead.
There's more of them.
There's more?
They all hatched out of their eggs.
Ugh.
That's where Secret Service come from, Jesse. When
Also snakes?
No, they're birds.
Oh, the birds.
They're pod people.
Oh.
A big chicken lays a bunch of eggs, and then the Secret Service hatch out of them.
Oh.
Yeah. There was a game about that once.
No, but all right. Now that we're on the subject of eggs,
What game?
I feel like
Billy
there's a
Hatcher.
missed opportunity in this story to not have one of the snake people have an egg raised by the Secret Service chicken to make a basilisk.
All right, Jake. What happens next?
So Secret Service shows up.
Stupid thing.
Viper's like, "I'm getting out of here."
Yeah.
Captain America
Good
sticks
idea.
around long enough to make sure that
Good idea.
he's healed. Cap leaves. He finds Cobra has Viper in custody, and he's like, "I'll trade you her for all my guys because I betrayed them and I also betrayed Viper, so I need an out here." And Cap's like, "No," and he's like, "Damn!" So he drops Viper and he leaves.
We're trading
Wow.
people like they're pogs or something.
So later on, the Commission is cleaning things up. You know,
Sure.
the Commission of Superhumans.
Oh, okay. I was
Okay.
like, commission? What?
And they're like, "Ugh, that wasn't our Captain America. He was too sexy. I don't like that."
That's fair. Yeah, John
So-
Walker is less sexy.
So
The
they're
only
like,
person that we know John Walker has had sex with canonically, Jesse. Valerie
So-
Cooper.
It's true.
so they're like, "Damn, Steve Rogers was
I
here,
don't know who any of these people are.
and we missed our chance." I'm almost at the end. God
Sorry.
damn
When
it.
Jake
He
is
just
done,
gets
we'll
me every
explain.
time
We'll
about
just
Valerie
explain
Cooper.
who Valerie Cooper is.
So they're like, "Oh, we couldn't get Steve, but we arrested all of his friends." Wah-ha-ha-ha. And then Reagan gives a press conference where he's like, "The danger is over, I assure all of you." And then he grins, and you see fangs
Fangs.
sparkling in his mouth.
Uh-oh.
Because Ronald Reagan,
Vampire.
Was he
vampire, he was evil.
No,
I don't know. They don't
snake,
really
dummy,
follow up
snake.
on that.
You're in the wrong story.
Oh, fuck.
Ronald Reagan was a Dracula.
Sound the Dracula alarm.
boop, 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 boop.
There you go.
All right, great. Good job, Jake.
Thank you.
You got through that one.
I almost didn't. No, thanks to you two.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of social commentary to be had in this story.
There is. This
A lot
is
of
very.
talk about Valerie Cooper to
it's
be
very-
had in the government stories.
All right, Jake, here's the important question. What kind of snake is Ronald Reagan? Because there's a lot of snakes in the story, so you can't use a repeat. Give me a snake.
Wait, I have to decide what he would be?
Yes, it's your story.
If Reagan was any kind of snake, he'd be a rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake.
Because you
Ooh.
don't expect them to strike.
He's
He
rattling.
distracts you, and that's when
He's
he gets you.
rattling.
And he
Distracted
also
with his
has
acting.
the
Yeah.
mental capacity of a baby, and babies love rattles.
I
Well
accept this
done.
answer.
He's more of like a generally like green, scaly man. He looks like the lizard, if anything, just with Ronald Reagan's pompadour.
So he's like a cartoon snake.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
when you have a snake in a cartoon and it's just a green snake.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's just like got claws too for some reason because that's what snakes
Claws.
have.
This is also acceptable.
Snakes have claws.
In
Yeah.
comics, they do apparently.
It's like the story of how the snake had legs and he sold them to the lizard.
Mm-hmm.
It's that.
Joe, have you ever read the Bible? Have you ever read Paradise Lost?
No.
Everybody knows that when a snake hatches from its egg, it has arms and legs, and then they fall off.
Yeah, no. I did see something that they have like the sockets for like legs.
Mm-hmm.
Questions?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Jake. Is it Cobra with a C or with a K?
It's with a C.
That's all I needed to know.
Oh
That's
my
it?
god.
That's all I got?
That's all I needed to know.
Joe, come on.
That's all I needed to
All
know.
he needs to know. He knows everything now.
I like Cobra as a character.
With
I
a
think
K or a C?
with a C.
Okay.
There's like 2 or 3 cobras.
Yeah,
Of
I
course
like the
there
the
is.
Serpent Society Cobra because
He's
he
just
doesn't
like-
have any powers. His thing is that he's a contortionist, and his suit is greasy, so he can slip through things.
I hate that.
He also wears like the turtleneck that looks like a snake belly.
Yeah, yeah. I like.
He
I-
looks like a black hammerhead.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I like the Serpent Society, and I like that there are some like weird snakes. There's like Puff Adder in there, and like whatever. There's like Garden Snake.
They're like the crystal gems of snake
Yeah,
societies.
like weird obscure snakes. They all have to come in with their own snake
You
and
like
a
that?
theme.
Fucking funny.
The Constrictor.
All right, I guess that's all. So,
I want a show
That's it.
that's just Steven Universe, but with
snakes.
snakes.
Steven Universe and the Serpent
yeah.
The
Society.
Sneeple!
The
Sneeple.
Sneeple!
I
Sneeple!
want the Sneeple show.
So there you go.
Oh God!
Alrighty.
All right, round 3.
Final round. Fight.
All right, Joe, you ready for more Captain America?
No.
Jesse, I just have a quick question.
We're doing Captain
before-
America.
What?
Before you get into your story, is Valerie Cooper in this?
No.
Will
But I'm-
I figure out a way to bring her up?
We'll always figure out a way to bring up Valerie Cooper. Mark my words.
Good.
Listen. I'm as lost as you are.
Because you don't understand anything
That's
about
good.
anything.
That's good.
All right, Joe, this is Captain America
Mm.
number 1
The first.
from 1996.
The first Captain America.
From 1996, yes.
Yeah. The first Cap. Here he is.
This is the Heroes Reborn story.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
to
God.
just briefly summarize what Heroes Reborn is. Heroes Reborn was a kind of a like a soft reboot initiative that came out of Onslaught to kind of like, you know,
Whatever that is.
put everything back to number 1, do some fresh stories and get the buyers back up. You want me to explain Onslaught
No.
briefly?
No.
All right, so Onslaught is the psychic entity that is the amalgamation of Charles Xavier and Magneto, and he's super evil.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
And it took all
And
of...
you didn't want him to explain
Yeah,
it.
he always wants me to explain. That's why I just did it anyway.
Put that into a movie.
You got it, dude. So, and Onslaught was so powerful, it took the combined might of many X-Men, many Avengers, and many other characters,
Fantastic Four.
and the Fantastic Four,
Is that the next
They're in there
Avengers
too.
movie?
sure, to kind of beat him back. Not really, because he's still around, but kind of beat him back. But then a lot of the heroes were kind of like mishmashed, half rebooted around.
So is he dead?
He's not dead.
The Fantastic Four and the Avengers die in this event
That's cool.
and then are reborn. Franklin Richards, the son of Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman, is like a near omnipotent god being, and he creates a
Why?
pocket
Why?
Why not?
dimension
How?
where he puts the Avengers and the Fantastic Four to like recuperate, and they get rebooted in the 90s.
After the death of Superman's story, every comic was like racing to be like, I want to kill a character. I want to kill an iconic character.
Yeah, it'll be awesome,
when was
dude.
that?
Well, I want to.
The death of Superman was what, 1985?
No, I thought it was like 19. Like I thought it was in the 90s.
Oh no, you're
I
right.
thought
It
it was
is
the
in the
late
90s.
80s.
It's either late 80s or early 90s.
I thought it was like 88 or 89.
It's something like that.
It's close to when I was born because my father bought a copy. So
Put it up on the screen, Kat, please.
We don't know.
yeah, wow, we really are the experts here. We can't even pinpoint the
Tell me how
date.
when Jet the Superman is.
This fucking pinnacle moment in comics
Who
history.
cares? We know it happened.
Yeah, he dies. Anyway, Joe.
It's
so
true.
that's
Can't
I didn't
tell
know
you
that
what-
it even
I
happened.
can't tell you when the Byzantine Empire fell,
Yeah,
but I know it
exactly.
happened.
I don't know when the Byzantine buffer was.
The
Joe, do
Byzantine
you
buffer.
know?
Shut up, Joe.
Byzantine buffer. They buffed.
So that's kind of the setup. Now
Right.
Captain America is soft rebooted into a #1 into the
Great.
story.
All right, great.
Good?
He's back.
Makes sense?
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
back.
Very good.
We're back.
Yeah, back again.
So this story is
Cap
by
is back. Tell a
Mark
friend.
Wade and Ron Garney.
All right, like it matters.
It doesn't matter.
Holy shit!
Ron Garney's gonna find this and like fucking subtweet us. Like, you fucking nerds.
You are a dick, but it's okay.
Ooh.
So Steve Rogers, Captain America, finds himself in the year 1893.
Great. Good year.
What happened in the year 1893, Joe?
Industrial Revolution.
Reefer madness.
Something happened in the specific year of 1893.
The Triangular Shirt Waist Factory.
No,
fire.
the Chicago World's Fair.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is that the year that the factory fire happened?
No, that happened in the 1900s.
I was gonna say, like, that doesn't make sense.
All right, the World's Fair.
The Chicago World's Fair, where the elephant ear was invented.
Ooh.
The cookie?
The pastry.
the pastry.
The pastry.
I don't know what that is.
An elephant ear?
You don't know what the elephant ears are?
It's like fried dough. It's like
Yeah.
a funnel cake almost.
All right, I'll
It's
take
like
your
It's
word
the
for
shape
it.
of an elephant's ear.
cinnamon-
And it was
Many-
invented here, the Chicago World's Fair in 1893.
Sure, it was.
People call them angel wings sometimes.
I've
too.
never heard that. I think you're lying to me.
I've heard.
The city's alive with tourism and excitement because it's the World's Fair.
Yes, it is.
And they got nothing else to do.
Yes, it
But
is.
Steve, he's a historian and a patriot. He
Yeah.
remembers the important events that happened during the World's Fair.
No,
Yeah,
such
Steve
as-
had something to do.
A serial killer.
There was an actual serial
An
killer
actual,
there?
yes, this is true, Joe. An actual serial killer was active during the Chicago World's Fair in 1893.
Ooh.
It was our version of Jack the Ripper. His name was H.H. Holmes.
Ooh.
Many people believe that he was Jack the Ripper. Those people were morons.
Morons or geniuses?
Morons.
Agree to disagree.
Right.
So,
Jeremy's dying over there.
He's
so
always
Steve,
dying.
who's a dedicated hero, wants to try and stop the serial killings before they happen. So he can change a little bit of history.
Wait.
Rookie
How
move
does he
in
go
time
back in
traveling.
time again?
What?
How does he go back in time
Because of the
again?
whole Heroes Reborn thing.
Okay, so
It sent him back in time.
okay, so he was just reborn in 1893.
Yeah.
That happens a lot when a character dies. They're like, he didn't
Sent through
die.
time.
He was sent through time.
Yeah.
Shut up.
All right, that's fine.
That's a rookie mistake for time travelers, by the way.
Trying to fix things.
Try to fix
You know,
things.
Steve's gonna find out the hard way. So, Steve goes to World Fair Castle, which was the hotel that H.H. Holmes ran as a murder hotel.
Mm,
He was kind of
Nice.
like Sweeney Todd, where he would invite people into his hotel and then kill them in the hotel.
okay. Check.
Classic.
Classic. So he sees a guy who he believes looks like Holmes going into the hotel.
He
Believes.
believes.
Because he starts, scuffling with him. But we, through narration, know it's not H.H. Holmes. Who is it, Joe?
HR puffing stuff.
No. What seems to be been the theme of our episode here?
More serial killers.
No,
Another
that-
serial killer.
Snake
God
Man.
damn it.
the theme of our episode.
The theme of our episode.
Who did he fight in mine?
It's Captain America.
Yeah, and there's also another theme.
Yes.
He fought somebody in mine, and then he fought the same type of guy in Jake.
Moonstone?
No,
My fucking God!
it's President Grover Cleveland.
For God's sake.
To be fair, it just occurred to me in that moment. There's snake men in both of our stories too. So it could have been
why
either.
is President
But
Grover
reasons.
Cleveland at the Chicago World's Fair?
Why wouldn't he be at the Chicago World's Fair?
Why would he be
It's an
there?
important event in the
Why
country.
would he be there?
Because he's the president. It's
It's
an
a-
important event in the country.
It's a place where bored people go to walk around.
He's the president in the 1800s, Joe. What else does he have to do?
You're right.
What, television?
You're right. He's bored too.
he didn't.
It's the 1890s. What's happening?
Well, all they had was stickball.
Industrial Revolution.
World War I is in for another 20 years.
Yeah.
They have that hoop that they hit with the stick.
The gangs of New York is happening.
Yeah, but we're in Chicago.
Yeah, you're okay.
So
Gangs of New York is happening.
What did they fight in both of ours? There's presidents, there's cults, there's goons. Captain America.
fighting himself. So
He's back in time. He could be fighting his.
He could be fighting himself fucking like what is it, 50 years
self.
before he was born.
He'd be fighting his.
so at a
You say that like stuff makes sense, Jay. You say that like that wouldn't fucking happen.
It would happen. That's not what's happening now. So at a cursory glance, Grover Cleveland and H.H. Holmes do kind of look alike. So it's an honest mistake, as Captain America
Do
goes,
they?
kind of.
Okay.
Like, you'll
All right,
you're
all right.
bumping him on the street.
You
Yeah.
look really quick and
Yeah,
you go,
exactly.
Yeah, all right.
this isn't
I
right.
guess.
Exactly.
You bump into Grover
Some-
Cleveland on the street, and you're like,
Are you H.H. Holmes?
Are you noted serial killer H.H. Holmes?
No, I'm noted president.
Grover Cleveland.
Grover
H.H. Holmes.
So Captain America starts to beat the shit out of Grover Cleveland. But
Awesome.
Grover Cleveland is no slouch because he used to be a sheriff.
Ooh.
And he's pretty beefy. So he actually goes toe-to-toe with a super soldier.
Nice.
amazing.
First term or second term?
I believe this is second term Grover
Wow.
Cleveland.
Wow.
It is important to note because there was that gap in the middle.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the only president served 2 non-consecutive terms.
Good for him.
So Steve is taken aback by this guy going toe-to-toe with a super soldier. So Steve's like, all right, well, let's back up. What's going on here? Because I feel like this is out of character for a serial killer. And then Grover Cleveland explains, I'm not a serial killer. I'm noted president, Grover Cleveland.
Noted.
And then Steve's like, oh, I almost robbed our nation of a mediocre president and a great philosopher down the road. Because if you didn't know, Grover Cleveland's granddaughter was a philosopher who invented the trolley problem.
Jesse, stop trying to use your fucking
Wow.
degree. Live with your life mistakes,
You see now.
like the rest of
this
us.
is the type of shit that we should be doing.
Did she?
Yes, that's true.
Wow.
Who doesn't know that?
And Steve Rogers knows that.
You didn't fucking know that.
Can you prove I didn't know that?
Yeah.
Yes. Look at you. You didn't know that.
So they make up because now they know
They
what's going on.
kiss.
They kiss.
Okay, they kiss.
And they decide together to go beat the shit out of H.H. Holmes.
Nice.
Wow.
So they do. And they successfully change history. And H.H.
Wait.
Holmes never killed anyone.
So they find him
They find H.H. Holmes and beat the shit out of him.
and beat him to like a bloody pulp.
Yeah.
He's dead
Does he
now.
look a
Well, he's
lot?
not dead.
Does he look a
Okay.
lot like Grover Cleveland when they find him?
Yeah, pretty similar.
So it's
He's
just
dead now.
two big
Joe.
Grover Clevelands fighting
No,
each
like-
other.
Yeah.
now then.
What?
I
Yes.
said he's dead now.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope.
Yeah. But they don't kill him because
Okay.
they believe in justice. So they have him arrested.
Boo.
Boo, justice.
They do beat the shit out of him.
Zack Snyder would have had Grover Cleveland behead H.H. Holmes with a broadsword.
And then how does the story end, Joe?
How does it end?
It ends like Rocky 2, with them having their rematch because they didn't actually find out who was better during their fight.
So they had a rematch.
So it ends with a little like still shot of them going at it again.
I love that that's an open-ended question of could Captain America lose a fight to a fat old
Grover
president?
Cleveland.
That
We'll
was
never
the-
know.
We'll never know.
That was
Grover
the- that
Cleveland,
was the end
noted
of Rocky
pugilist.
3, Jesse.
What?
That was the end of Rocky 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You idiot.
Rocky 4 is my favorite one. So
Yeah,
Me
all the other ones
too.
kind of blend together.
Me too.
that basic. Oh, look, the one with the robot in it. It was quirky.
No, I like that Rocky ended the Cold War.
He did. He
He
did.
did. He defeated the Roskis.
It's all about the Siberian Express.
He punched the Iron Curtain into smithereens.
Yeah. When Apollo Creed dies, Rocky absorbs his life force as it leaves his body and then uses that power to fight a man whose punch is like getting hit by a truck.
There you have it. It's a very simple story,
Right.
but it's effective.
I like it.
All right.
I say it every time at the end of Jesse's. I'm like, I like that one.
Questions?
I've given up.
Yeah,
You're
but
like-
I'm sure you're just gonna be mad at me again.
Okay. You're usually mad.
I
at
got
Yeah.
a question, but you can't be mad. You
I
gotta
do-
promise.
I do have a
We'll be
question.
mad.
I do have a question, but it's what years did Battlestar Galactica run?
The original or the reboot?
Oh.
He's just not even
Both.
trying anymore.
Both.
I don't know the exact years of the original. I believe it was a 70s show.
Okay.
The reboot was 2004
Wow.
to 2009.
Which ones were in those hard DVD cases?
I have the reboot.
Okay, that's the reboot.
Yeah.
With
Sweet.
Edward James Olmos.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, the
And
reboot
Xena.
ran longer than the original series,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
The same thing like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about this?
He asked.
It's good.
It is really good.
It's worth like watching. The
Oh,
whole
yeah.
Cool.
It's fantastic.
How many seasons is it?
I'm about to rip my hair out.
It's 5 seasons and 3 movies.
That's not bad.
No, it's really
Yeah.
good. All of it's really
That's
good.
not
Start to
bad.
finish, fantastic.
Shut the
Doable.
fuck up. Stop. Stop it. It's too late for this.
Any other questions?
It's early for us. What are you talking about?
Do you have any other questions?
About the story?
Yes.
No, Joe. About Battlestar fucking Galactica.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
Nope. No more questions about the story.
All right. Decision time.
All right.
God.
Decision time. Yes, Jake. I gave up asking the questions because they don't do anything for me.
I want to say it's fair because I think even with how much we know about comics, if you were doing this to one of us, we could
Yeah,
lose.
no.
Like it's a
If-
coin toss,
no.
but
One day it's gonna switch and just tell me to make up a story, and it's gonna be a real comic.
one,
You know, like it's,
one of these days you'll be in the hot seat
Yeah, yeah.
and you'll know how it feels.
yeah, exactly.
Joe's just plotting his revenge over there
I
this
am,
whole
I am.
time.
I've got some good ideas.
I believe you.
All right,
All right,
go guess.
Who did it?
all right,
Who did the fibbing?
all right. Jake sounded real for some reason this time.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan's steak people was real.
I don't know. I
with
don't know.
my
It
with
sounded
my
like-
multi-cast
sounded
of
like-
characters.
It sounded like a real comic.
D-Man,
Yeah.
Battlestar,
D-Man was in it.
Viper,
You know what?
Cobra.
Diamondback,
You know what?
Ronald Reagan.
Now, I don't know if you saying that is making me doubt because you're right. That sounds like pretty fucking stupid. But
I'm sorry. What about Richard Nixon as leader of the Purple Ku Klux Klan?
Jesse's.
Mine had the elephant ear.
The fucking World's Fair. That was definitely like a comic book that someone wrote. Yeah. Not the elephant ear. That's
That's all Jesse.
That Jesse threw in as a fun extra fact, like he does.
I love an extra fact.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Edutainment.
You see, I just want to say Jeremy every time.
Because look at him. He's a lying fuck.
He is.
Look at that
He
hat.
is a lying fuck.
What's he up to?
He's a lying fuck.
He's
And-
lying about Captain America being a Navy man. Joe, did you know that Captain America is not a Navy man?
What?
Remove that hat, sir.
And then
Sit down.
wait, there was something that didn't check out with Jeremy's story.
Yeah,
Which
like
was?
what?
I don't fucking remember.
You want me to read you the whole thing again?
No.
Is it that Richard Nixon would never kill himself because
No.
he doesn't
He's
have
too
a-
much of a coward
Yeah.
to do that.
Was it the
even.
clear starburst?
No, but that just sounds like a Jeremy fanfic. You know? Like,
Oh, I would love it if Richard Nixon were
Yeah,
to kill himself.
yeah.
in the office.
yeah, exactly.
Was it Moonstone being the clear starburst flavor? Did that not check out?
No.
What about his
That was
stupid
rock
outfit?
solid.
That was fine. But there was something about Moonstone that didn't check out.
His stupid outfit.
All right, Jake didn't know who he even was at first.
Jake doesn't know who most characters are.
That's also true.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't paying attention at that
He
point.
also doesn't know who most characters
I also don't know who
Jake-
Moonstone
Jake
is.
had no idea who Moonstone.
I thought he was gonna say Moon Knight, and I was like,
Yeah,
why?
me too.
No.
Moonstone.
I do-
Moonstone. Different.
Is Moonstone even a real character?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Could be a Jeremy fanfic.
I just told you it's real.
That's right. I don't trust you.
Okay.
Jeremy
I don't
loves
trust
clear
anybody.
starburst.
I'm sorry, I don't recognize Moonstone off the top of my head. By the
I don't
way,
trust anybody
I'm sorry, I don't
either.
know C tier
But
character.
the fucking Richard Nixon.
That's what I got out of that fake fan.
Son of a bitch.
Why did you know what? I don't like any of this because all three of you guys picked the fucking president ones, and you definitely like coordinated that.
It's a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
We
coordinate
very
every
clearly
episode.
coordinated
That's
it.
not true.
What did you think this was an accident?
Almost every episode.
That's more fair.
This is too hard.
This isn't fair. You guys are working together.
Exactly. This isn't fair.
This
It's
is the
just me
power
alone.
of
Hardly
collective-
working together. We've spent this entire episode calling each other idiots and fake fans.
You are a fake fan.
I'm gonna. I'm sorry.
They could all
Whatever,
be
I'm not
fake.
doing this.
They could all be fake.
I mean,
They could be.
technically, they are all fake. None of these things actually happened.
You can't prove that.
but Jesse's has like historical fiction.
Edutainment.
I can prove
Mine
that
is
H.H.
also-
Holmes exists. We know it. So Captain America didn't go back in time and
Which
stop
also
him.
makes me think Jesse just made this up because he wanted to write something about the Chicago World's Fair.
I was really jonesing for a Chicago World's Fair.
Yeah,
story.
Jesse's
Even, like-
always like, you know what would be really cool? If
Yeah.
like Captain America
Alright,
went back to
Jesse.
the Chicago World's Fair
Alright.
and
And fought H.H. Holmes.
All right, Jesse's
I'm always
is-
talking about this.
All right, Jesse's is fine with me now for some reason.
It's so easy to sway him.
Here's the thing, Joe is like the ultimate contrarian. As soon as you're like, oh yeah, you know what? I think that is fake. He's like, no, it's real now. Fuck you.
You gotta guess.
All right. Jeremy's is the lie.
Wrong.
Damn it!
It was me.
It was you.
Edutainment.
I was right.
It's like listening to a Magic School Bus
I
episode.
was right and then I was wrong.
Joe's so angry about this one
I was
too.
right and then I was wrong.
However, all the historical facts that I listed are real.
Wow. Wait, so Richard Nixon shoots himself in that comic?
Yes, Richard Nixon in the Marvel Universe, instead
You
of
see, because-
resigning in shame,
Killed himself.
kills himself in the Oval Office
You
after
see-
being outed as a neo-Nazi.
You see, that's what made me be like, comics are for kids. They would never put that in there.
Again, Joe, they're not really for kids so much as like
Marketed to kids.
it's like if you want
I
to
understand.
be like all ages
I
is how you would
understand.
market it, I
Okay.
guess.
All right. Good job, everyone.
We
Thanks.
did it.
Captain America.
In the bag.